We got a little different breakfast this morning. We're here at the lodge, and they have a full buffet breakfast this morning. It's a little different than hot chocolate and oatmeal. So yeah, it's kind of nice. Another neat thing the lodge has is a lot of old photographs of when the dam was built, and even has old pictures of workers and their families. This one was kind of neat. It's got Ma and Pa with the baby, and they got their family pig in the background. So it's kind of neat. They got a bunch of these old photographs of the old dam site and the old family photos and stuff. It's really kind of cool, but awfully nice place to stay. This is a downstairs lounge area. More old photographs and such, but it's kind of a neat little place. Alright, y'all, it's Tuesday morning, the 14th, and we got up, had our breakfast at the inn or the lodge, and we are back on trail, back at the Marina. The shuttle driver just dropped us off, and there's the white blaze, and we're back on the trail. So
wait, get a picture of my huge backpack.
Yep, we're resupplied, heading into the Smoky Mountains, which we anticipate taking 5 to 6 days to get through, and there really isn't a good resupply in that area other than the shuttle out to like Gatlinburg or whatever. What we're hoping to try to avoid that and trying to get all the way through. So we're loaded down pretty good. Actually, Kendall took most of the extra weight in her pack. Mine's pretty much normal for getting out of town, so we're gonna keep an eye on her to make sure she can handle that load. So
but part of that is we did get an extra
mosquito spray
because I'm getting eaten alive, so we got the good stuff.
Unfortunately, that's the biggest or the smallest size
but
they have.
It weighs like a pound. It's really heavy.
We're here at the Fontana Dam, and it's part of what we have to do this morning is head up this trail and head over, and we actually have to walk across the dam. So all right, let's go up there and see what that's all about. Come on, let's go. All right, we still on trail, and we got to what's called the Fontana Hilton. It's actually a thru hiker shelter. It's actually the nicest shelter on the entire AT, and take a look at why.
Well, it's got a trash can.
It does have a trash can.
I don't think we've ever seen that at a shelter before.
Got nice gravel around it, benches to sit on. But it's got 2 sides of bunks. The bunks themselves are average. It's very clean inside.
Huge.
And room for plenty of people. It's got picnic tables.
Yeah.
It has a water faucet. Jugs of hand sanitizer.
Look at this.
Ooh, it even has a basement you can sleep down in if it's full.
It
actually has a charging station where you can charge your phones. It's actually a solar powered charging station. That is an awesome idea. And then it's got the patio down here, more picnic tables and trash cans. Wow, this place is amazing. And the Hilton also has its own bathrooms and showers, more garbage cans, drinking fountain.
Okay, Up just took a picture. Hopefully it's in there. 2 motorcycles, and they offered us a ride, but
yeah,
we unfortunately have to walk every step. We can't take a ride across the dam. But anyhow, Ed, thinking of you.
And there goes our ride. Alright, y'all, we're making it up to the dam. And a little bit about the dam. The Fontana Dam is actually the tallest dam in the eastern United States. I think I read that it's 480 feet tall. And the Fontana Lake is the 4th deepest man-made lake in the U.S. So kind of an interesting little bit of facts for you. But the trail actually goes right out and across the dam. So, alright, let's go have a look. There's Kindle up on the dam. I'm going to go all the way across there. And once we get across, the trail goes up into the woods and heads up the hill that way. Heading up that way, here go up that ridge, and right up there on that mountain with the cloud by it, there's a fire tower. That's 4 miles into our journey, so we got to get up there, and it's almost 11 o'clock already, yikes. So hopefully we'll get up there in good time. So, alright, so we are still walking along the lake, but we just entered the Great Smoky Mountains. So hopefully up here by the trailhead there'll be a little spot for us to put our permits in. We already have our permits that we paid for, and allows us to be in the park and camp at the shelters and such. So, alright, let's go ahead and head up and see if we can find the trail. Okay, we made it off the road and heading up into the park. Great Smoky Mountain National Park. All AT through hikers, deposit your permits.
And there won't be any doggies on this trail. They're not allowed up here.
No dogs allowed in the park because the bears will eat them. Alright, put our permits in. Alright, it's about a little after 11, or 1 rather, about 1:30. Kendall and I just stopped for lunch a ways back. There was a little stream. We had our lunch and refilled our water bottles at the stream, which was good. There's not a lot of water on the trail, and it's really hot today. So, and we just passed a couple of section hikers that passed us earlier going the other direction. Now they're turning around coming back, and they said they saw a bear just up here on the trail. So we're gonna keep our eyes out for him. Kendall doesn't want to see a bear, but I'm kind of hoping to get to see one. So, so we're on bear watch, keeping our eyes out for him. So, alright, let's go up and see what we can find. I couldn't find a moose for you, so hopefully we'll see another bear at least. And we got a little view of the ridge looking off to the south. The lake would be over there to our left, but yeah, it's kind of nice down in through there. Alright, y'all, you did it. That tower that we saw from the dam, we made it up to it. It's only 2 o'clock, but I took the little side trail. Kendall didn't want to go, but anyway, there's an old foundation from the old fire warden's cabin. They even have a cistern for water. Water pipe there, and this is the old corner post here. It's had an old cabin here, and they probably lived up here for a while. And they got the old fire tower there, so it's pretty cool. I'm not going to go all the way to the top, but I'll go up a little bit maybe to get up above the trees here. Its note said that it's pretty unstable. There's missing handrails and loose steps and things like that. So, and I'm deathly afraid of heights. So we'll just get you up here a little bit above the trees and give you a look. It's pretty good. And all right, Kendall and I just stopped to have a little bit of dinner. There's a water source here, so we figured we'd stop here and have dinner. It's 5:30, so we had dinner. One of the not Mountain House, but one of the dehydrated meals that was gifted to us in the box, and so it was actually pretty good. And again, thank you to whoever left it for us. Can't remember your name, but it was very good to get that, and pretty much resupplied us through the Smokies. So we had to supplement a few little things, but not much. So
but being in bear country, we really wanted to make sure that we ate not where we camp.
Yep.
So we ate 1.5 miles before camp.
Yep. So it's 5:30. We got another 1.5 miles to go, and unfortunately, like the rest of the AT, it's all uphill. So so we got 1.5 miles uphill. Let's go up there and see if we can find a shelter. The other strange thing about the trail today is we are very near the Tennessee border, if not actually across it, but we haven't seen a sign for it yet. But the trail for the next several days actually goes crisscross with the North Carolina and Tennessee border. It goes back and forth kind of right along the border, so we'll be in both states for the next couple of days before it finally cuts north and heads straight into Tennessee. So, but yeah, we have pretty much made it to Tennessee, which is kind of cool. Cool thing about Tennessee is it's our last state that we have to pass through, and so we will hike in all the states of the Appalachian Trail. So that's pretty cool. Another sign that we're getting closer to being done. You also saw the photograph there at dinner. Happened to be our 1900 mile. So we've walked 1900 miles and
293 to go.
293 to go. Kendall says we're under 300, which is also an amazing thing. So a lot of cool hurdles we've got over today. Made it to Tennessee, made it over 1900 miles, under 300 miles left to go. So it's been a good day. And if we can do this last 1.5 miles, we'll also have made it for our goal for the day, which was a little over 13 miles, which isn't a lot, but it was a pretty good uphill getting up into the Smoky Mountains. The thing with the Smokies, it's a high elevation, but the first day is getting up there, and then the rest of it, you're pretty much walking along the ridge line on the top. Still doing ups and downs, obviously, but not the drastic way up and way down. So
We had the late start.
yeah, we got a late start because the Lodge shuttle didn't leave till supposedly 9, but they didn't really show up until about 20 after. So we got a late start on the trail anyway. But we still should get into the shelter before 7 o'clock, so still a good time.
And in the Smokies, you have to stay at shelters.
Yep, so Smoky Mountains has a rule that you cannot camp outside the shelter area. So we have to stay at the shelter sites, so we have to plan our trip accordingly as to where the shelters are at. We can't just walk till we're tired and then find a flat spot. We have to stay in designated sleeping area, mostly because of the bears and all. So still haven't seen any of those. Saw a lot of sign of wild boar or hogs rooting around, but we haven't seen any of those either. I'd almost rather see some of those than the bear, but we'll keep our eye out. All right, less talking, more walking. Get the shelter here. Not staying in the shelter tonight. Supposedly there was 11 people signed up to stay in it tonight. Although not sure if anybody will show up, but we got one gal here. Her name is Scout, and she's in a hammock on the side there. Yeah, the shelter is pretty old and worn and unleveled, but we just opted to do tents tonight. Doesn't look like it's going to rain, so. Got a little overhang area here for all your stuff. You're not supposed to cook at the shelter, but they do have places to cook and things like that. But shelter actually looks like it's in pretty good shape, but it's pretty used and worn on the inside. Even has a fireplace on the outside edge of it, so not too bad. It does have a box here, but it's got a lock on it. I think it's for their tools for trail maintenance and stuff like that, so not really designed for food. Scout's hammock is over there. She's got a nice hammock system there. And Kendall and I are set up back here in the weeds. Little campsites here and there throughout the area. So got my tent over here. Kendall's got her tent there. And so yeah, we already ate dinner down the trail. And there's Kendall, she's in her tent, studying for tomorrow, mapping out how far we have to go tomorrow. And we already ate dinner, so we're just gonna go ahead and finish cleaning up. I got a few more things that I need to clean up here, and then we're gonna call it a day. So Kendall said we went 13.5 today, so 13.5 miles today, which was pretty awesome for getting such a late start and for climbing up into the Smokies. So again, the Smokies are pretty rugged, but today was like one of the harder days, so we're hoping the next couple of days to do a little bit more miles, so we'll see. Also, the weather is supposed to turn on us with some of those tropical storms that are hitting Texas and things like that. We're going to start to feel the backlash of that, so may get some rain tomorrow and Thursday. Kind of keep an eye on the weather. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything much, so because we're going further north, so hopefully most of the rain will pass south of us, but we'll see. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it a day, and we'll see you on trail again in the Great Smoky Mountains tomorrow morning. Hey, good morning everyone. It's Wednesday, September 15th, and yep.
And that means happy birthday, Alexis.
Happy birthday to Alexis. And hope you have a great day. Hope we have a great day too. Started off pretty good. We got up a little earlier today before the sun came up. Got all packed up, and we're on the trail at 7:25, which is just about the time it's bright enough to be able to see without headlamps. So Kendall's all bundled up, ready to go. It's didn't rain last night. Stayed clear all night, but the wind is blowing. And it's just a little chilly this morning, not too bad, but looks like it's going to be a good morning anyway. I do have reports of rain coming in this afternoon, but alright, let's go ahead and get off on the trail. We were camped right here in the grass. Kind of a nice little spot, although the grass and the bushes really put off a lot of moisture on the colder mornings, so got a little damp, but not too bad. but it's just right next to the trail. There's where we came in yesterday, and we are headed north as usual. So, all right, let's go ahead and head up the trail. Alright y'all, we're gaining altitude, and it's about almost a little bit before 11. Standing before us now is Rocky Top Mountain. We are in Tennessee again, and then just behind it in the mist we also have to go up over Thunderhead Mountain. So yeah, first Rocky Top, and we'll go down through a little gap and then up there to Thunderhead. So,
and you can probably see why it's called the Great Smoky Mountains.
Yep.
Lots of fog.
Lots of fog. Looks like smoke going over.
And we're at about 5,000 feet right now. Those are about 5,500 feet mountains.
Yep. All right, we got our work cut out for us. Let's go ahead and get up there and see what we can see. All right, we are nearing the top of old Rocky Top Mountain, and not too bad of a climb up. Obviously a climb though, as you can tell by my breathing. Unfortunately, it's awfully foggy up here today. You're not going to get much of a view from up here, but still, it's good to be up here. It's a little cooler today. Wind feels good, better than climbing in the hot sun, I guess. Alright, let's go see if we can find the top of this one. Okay, we made it up over Rocky Top, and now we're making our way over to Thunderhead. We're almost there. It's like 0.3 ahead, is the peak is right over there somewhere. Actually, the sky's actually lightening up a little bit. Actually, it's kind of dark over on that side, but still no rain, so it's good because the trail is really brushy up through here. Does not look like a national park trail. It's just covered over with brush and grass, but luckily it's not raining and wet, but too wet. Still has the fog and the dew on it, but it's not too bad. So, all right, let's go ahead and see if we can find the top of Thunderhead before it starts thundering. Okay guys, this is all you get for proof that we made it up to the top of Thunderhead Mountain. Geological survey marker at 5,527 feet, and $250 fine for removing the markers. So, alright.
So Up was saying that one of the things about this area of the Smokies is it smells like a gym locker.
Yeah.
The weeds and they just stink.
Yep. Doesn't smell very pleasant through here, so anyway. Alright, well, we made it to the top. We are actually going to head down, and there's supposedly a water source about a mile away, and it's it's not even noon yet, but 10 minutes till. So hopefully we'll get down there about 12:30 or so, 1:45, and we're going to stop and have some lunch down there. So hopefully we can stay dry and enjoy our lunch at the stream and fill our bottles. So, alright. Let's go have some lunch. Alright y'all, we found the stream. It's we got a little pipe there with some water coming out of it. Filled my water bag so we can filter into our bottles, and we'll stop and have some lunch up here. So yeah, we got down here in good time. Not even 12:30 yet, so we'll stop and get something to eat and then move on. Hopefully we'll be about halfway done with our day, but we'll see how much further we got to go. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and fill our bottles and have some lunch. Sorry you can't join us, but hope you all are doing well. Okay, we're continuing along the trail. finished up our lunch. It's now about 1:45 now. We're making our way along. We just passed another southbound hiker. It's our third through hiker we've met since coming to the south, so there hasn't been that many. But she's flopping down from Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, and just passed her, so she's about getting done. But cool thing is she was also another Kindle. It's the only other Kindle we've met on the trail. So, but she gave us a lot of good information about the trail ahead and where to stay once we get out of the Smokies and such. So, yeah, it's good to talk to other hikers and find out what they've learned and where to go and such. So, yeah, it was nice meeting Kindle, and hope she has a good hike. So, all right, we're gonna finish going uphill. She said we're almost to the top, and then it rolls down a lot gentler on the other side with a lot less rocks. So we're looking forward to that. All right, come on, let's go see what it's like. All right, we're walking along the trail, and actually it's gotten a little nicer this afternoon. The fog's kind of went away, and it's gotten a little warmer, and we were all bundled up in our jackets and gloves when we got done eating, but we've quickly got rid of those, and it's actually gotten pretty nice. And trail's still pretty rugged, though. We were told that it was going to get a little smoother, but maybe that's still up ahead. We're not sure, but it's still pretty rocky and rough going down this way. And heading up here, there's a shelter probably another mile up ahead, but not the one we're going to. We're just going to wave to it as we go by. But did meet another hiker, another through hiker, an actual of our very first down on this side, southbound through hiker. Started at Katahdin and walking straight through, so he's moving pretty good. If he said he started the end of June, so he will have
1st of June.
1st of June, so he'll be finishing within 4 months, which is actually a really good time. So obviously faster than Kindle and I. So
that was
anyway,
Magic Mike.
Yeah, his name was Magic Mike, and we don't remember passing him, but again, so many people on the trail, and so long that it's hard to remember everybody. But it's good to see him, and he's getting ready to get done too, so just like we are. So anyway, good to see Magic Mike on the trail, and we'll probably run into more and more as we get closer to Damascus, running into more and more either flip-floppers or truth southbounders. So maybe we'll actually hit some that we recognize. So, all right, we're going to go up the trail some more. It is almost 3 o'clock. It's about 2:45, but Ken and I are still feeling strong, still feeling good. So we're going to keep on walking. Once we pass this shelter, we'll have about 7 more miles or 6 miles, somewhere in there, until we get to our shelter at Silar Bald. So, all right, let's get up there and hopefully see some creatures along the way. It's a beautiful deer we saw yesterday, but I don't know if I mentioned, but we saw some hogs earlier this morning. We thought there were 3 bear on the side of the hill, but after we got a better look at them, we found out there were hogs rooting around in the dirt. So didn't get a video of them. They were quite a ways off, and they ran as soon as they heard us. So, but maybe we'll see some more creatures along the way. So come on, let's go. Okay, we made it to a shelter a little after 3, about 25 after 3, and we're going to stop here, take a little break. Actually started to rain a little bit, but we're hoping that it doesn't last too long. So, all right, we're going to take a little break, have a little snack, and going to hopefully be on our way. All right, we had our little snack and got all bundled up because it is raining out. So, but we still have another almost 6 miles to do before we end. So we're gonna brave this rain, get out and get it done. So, all right, come on, let's go. Alright, y'all, we made it to Silar Bald Shelter and got there, and a couple people there. The gal Scout, who was at the shelter we were at last night, is here, And then a couple other gentlemen are here as well. So we're gonna get cozy in there tonight. It's actually a pretty big shelter, lots of room in there. So, and it's awfully wet tonight, so it's good to be inside and dry. So we're gonna cook up a little dinner and get our beds set up and call it a night. So good day today though. I'm not really sure of the mileage, but it's about 17 to 18 miles today, which was good. And about the last 5 or 6 of it was in the rain, but not too bad. So anyway, I'm glad to have you with us today and hope you have a good night.